We all know the heavy hitters: Rimuru Tempest, Ainz Gaun, Anos Voltigode. Their names are on every most powerful list, and for good reason. But what if I told you there are characters out there who could make them look like they're still in the tutorial? Forget the mainstream lineup. Today, we're exploring the shadows to uncover the top 10 most overpowered Isekai characters you probably haven't heard of. These are the hidden titans whose power levels are so completely broken, they were left off the popular lists, the secret world breakers, and quiet god slayers who could solo entire armies before breakfast. Let's jump in. Number 10. Kicking off our list at number 10 is a different kind of OP, one that doesn't rely on flashy energy blasts. Meet Raeliana Macmillan from Why Raeliana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion. After dying in the modern world, she wakes up as a minor character in a novel she once read, a character who is destined to be murdered. Most people would panic, but Raeliana has the ultimate cheat code: meta-knowledge. She's no damsel in distress. She's a master puppeteer playing a deadly game of political chess. Raeliana knows everyone's secrets, every plot twist, and every backdoor deal before they even think of it. While others fight with swords, she fights with information, effortlessly manipulating dukes, foiling assassination plots, and rewriting her own fate with a smirk. Her power isn't about destroying the world, it's about owning it. She proves that in a world of kings and mages, the person who knows the script holds all the cards. She's underrated because her strength is intellectual, not physical, and that's exactly what makes her so dangerous. Number 9. Coming in at number 9, we have the guy who proves you don't need cheat skills to be a legend, Saito from Handyman Saito in Another World. In a genre flooded with protagonists gifted godlike powers, Saito is just a handyman. That's it. No epic magic, no legendary sword. He was a regular dude in Japan, and after getting isekai'd, he's still a regular dude, but now he has a toolbox in a fantasy world. So, why is he on this list? Because his ordinary skills become extraordinary in a world that's never seen them. His party has a heavy warrior, a fairy healer, and a powerful mage who keeps forgetting his spells. While they handle the brute force, Saito handles literally everything else. He picks treasure chest locks, disarms magical traps with pliers, and repairs legendary armor with duct tape and pure ingenuity. He's the ultimate support character, the linchpin who turns a dysfunctional group of adventurers into an unstoppable force. The anime is criminally underrated because Saito feels so plain, but his genius lies in his mundane expertise. He's proof that true power isn't about having the flashiest abilities, but being so good at what you do that you become irreplaceable. Number 8. Next up at number 8 is the man who doesn't just play the game, he fundamentally changes it. I'm talking about Shiro from Log Horizon. After being trapped in the MMORPG Elder Tale, Shiro quickly established that he wasn't the strongest fighter. He's an enchanter, a support class. What makes him a monster is his brain. Shiro is a master strategist, a Machiavellian genius who sees the world as a giant chessboard where he's always 10 moves ahead of everyone else. He founded the Round Table Alliance, creating a functioning government from scratch in the city of Akiba. He pioneered new applications of magic that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in their world. While other players were busy grinding monsters, Shiro was figuring out how to buy every building in the city, establish global trade routes, and exploit the game's deepest mechanics. His signature overskill, Contract Art Ceremony, allowed him to create binding magical contracts that could grant NPCs adventurer-like abilities, including the power to be revived, something previously impossible that reshaped society itself. Shiro embodies the phrase, "work smarter, not harder," and his intelligence is a weapon more devastating than any legendary sword. Number 7. At number 7, we have a duo that's as wholesome as they are deadly. Fran and her mentor Teacher from Reincarnated as a Sword. Fran is a young cat girl from the Black Cat tribe, a race cursed with the inability to evolve. Her life was one of despair, until she found a sentient, intelligent sword stuck in the ground, the reincarnated soul of a man from another world, armed with an arsenal of cheat skills. This sword becomes her teacher, and together they become a force of nature. Teacher provides the raw power and a massive array of skills absorbed from defeated monsters. Fran provides the iron will and lightning-fast reflexes to wield that power. Their perfect synergy is what makes them so overpowered. Guided by Teacher, Fran masters sword arts that let her take down A-rank adventurers and legendary beasts with ease. But they didn't stop there. Together, they break her tribe's ancient curse, allowing Fran to evolve into a Black Heavenly Tiger and earning her the title Black Lightning Princess. She becomes a living legend who not only shatters her own limits, but also ends the prejudice against her people. They are a testament to teamwork, proving that the bond between a girl and her talking sword can be strong enough to change the world. Number 6. Breaking into our top 6 is a hero who was literally thrown away by a goddess for not being pretty enough. This is Makoto Misumi from Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. The goddess who summoned him tossed him to the edge of the world and chose 2 other beautiful heroes instead. Little did she know, she had just unleashed a being with a mana pool so vast it makes gods look weak. Makoto's magical power is so immense that it was already double that of the goddess who abandoned him right from the start. His control is so precise he can fire off basic spells with the force of high-tier magic, but his aura is so overwhelming he has to constantly suppress it just to avoid warping reality around him. He created his own pocket dimension where he reigns over a society of powerful followers, including a superior dragon and the Spider of Calamity, 2 of the most feared beings in the world. But the true terror is his archery. When Makoto draws his bow, his shots become absolute laws of reality. He is never, ever missed. On the surface, Makoto is a quiet, unassuming merchant, but underneath, he's a walking catastrophe with enough power to unmake the world if he ever truly lost control. Number 5? At number 5, we have the character who clawed her way up from the absolute bottom of the food chain to literal godhood. Kumoko from So I'm a Spider, So What? Reincarnated as a tiny, weak spider monster in the world's most dangerous dungeon, her story is one of pure, unfiltered survival. While her classmates were reborn as nobles and prodigies, Kumoko started in a constant life-or-death battle, fighting frogs and snakes that could kill her with a single hit. But every victory made her stronger. Through relentless grinding, insane tactical genius, and a healthy dose of pure stubbornness, Kumoko evolved. She went from a weak spider to a deadly poison user, then to a feared harbinger of doom, and eventually to the Arachne form, a perfect hybrid of human and spider with immense magical power. She even developed parallel minds to cast multiple high-level spells at once. Her journey is a masterclass in power scaling, as she goes from prey to predator, from monster to demon lord, and finally into a god. She's often underrated because the anime splits focus, but make no mistake, Kumoko's struggle and eventual ascension make her one of the most terrifyingly powerful characters in all of Isekai. Number 4. Coming in at number 4 is the man who takes measure twice, cut once, to a godlike extreme. He is Seiya Ryuguin, the hero from Cautious Hero. Summoned to save a high-stakes S-ranked world, Seiya has stats that are off the charts from the get-go. But his true power isn't his strength. It's his pathological, all-consuming caution. This is a man who will buy 3 sets of armor, 1 to wear, a spare, and a spare for the spare. He'll train for weeks just to fight a single slime, and after obliterating it, he'll unleash his most powerful move on its ashes just to be perfectly sure. While this is played for laughs, the results are anything but. His obsessive training allows him to reach power levels that even gods find horrifying. He learned skills that can reverse causality to guarantee a fatal blow, and he famously used the Valhalla Gate technique to completely erase a demon lord from existence, a move so powerful it killed him in the process, a price he gladly paid for a 100% certain victory. Seiya is underrated because the series is a parody, but his feats are no joke. He is a godslayer whose paranoia is his greatest weapon. Number 3? At number 3, we have a character who proves that there are no bad skills, only bad players. Meet Haruka, the protagonist of Loner Life in Another World. In a classic trope, his entire class is summoned, and they greedily snatch up all the S-tier cheat skills. Haruka gets stuck with a pile of trash abilities that nobody wanted, like rapping, dummy body, and titles like loner and unemployed. But Haruka, a natural loner, takes these seemingly useless skills and accidentally creates a world-breaking combo. His loner skill makes him invisible to monsters, letting him explore the most dangerous dungeons in peace. He discovers that his weak abilities synergize in insane ways, letting him craft unique items and develop combat techniques no one has ever seen. While his overpowered classmates struggle with infighting and get humbled by the world's dangers, Haruka is living a comfortable solo life, wiping out hordes of monsters without breaking a sweat and accidentally becoming the strongest person in the world. He's the ultimate underdog, a character who was dealt the worst possible hand and still managed to build a royal flush. Number 2. Our runner-up at number 2 is a girl who just wanted to be average, but a hilarious misunderstanding with God made her one of the most broken characters in Isekai history. This is Mile from Didn't I Say to Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life? After a lonely life as a genius, she makes one simple request for her reincarnation. Please make my abilities the average of this new world. God agrees but interprets this in the most literal, game-breaking way possible. Instead of making her as strong as an average human, her abilities were made the average between the weakest creature and the strongest creature, an ancient elder dragon. This resulted in her having powers that are thousands of times stronger than an average person. She has seemingly infinite mana and can create any magic she can imagine with the help of nanomachines in her body. The entire show is a comedy built around Mile desperately trying to live a normal life while accidentally unleashing god-tier magic. She can casually erect continent-sized barriers and obliterate armies, all while trying to convince her friends she's just a normal girl. The comedy often overshadows her true power, which is why she remains such an underrated gem. Number 1. And finally, at the number 1 spot, the most overpowered isekai character you probably didn't know about is the battle junkie who traded his memories for power. This is Kelvin from Black Summoner. When he was reincarnated, Kelvin made a deal. He would sacrifice all memories of his past life in exchange for a massive amount of skill points and the unique S-rank summoner class. The goddess he made the deal with was so intrigued that she agreed to become his first summon, just waiting for him to get strong enough to call on her. From the moment he arrives, Kelvin is a monster. He starts with top-tier stats and a lust for battle that borders on addiction. His core ability lets him not only summon powerful monsters, but also absorb the skills of any enemy he beats, adding their strengths to his own. He builds a party of his own powerful summons, including a Demon King's daughter, an ancient Black Knight, and eventually, the goddess of reincarnation herself. He actively seeks out the strongest opponents he can find, dismantling hero parties and entire armies single-handedly, not out of malice, but for the sheer joy of the fight. He is the strongest being in his world, a walking calamity whose only goal is to find a worthy opponent. And that's why Kelvin stands at the top of this list as a hidden god of the isekai genre. So that's our list of hidden powerhouses who prove you don't need to be in the most popular anime to have a power level that can humble the gods. But that's my take, and now I want to hear from you. Who did I miss? Which hidden gem do you think deserves a spot on this list? Drop your picks in the comments below. If you want more deep dives into the best and most obscure anime out there, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.